Thanks for being early.
I wanted to make sure I was here and knew how to get in. So, but you're welcome.
Yeah, you nailed it. How's your day going?
It's going okay. Had an allergic reaction to grapes, but other than that, it's going just fine.
You can breathe okay?
Yeah, I could. I took a Benadryl and I took it early enough so I could be alert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this.
Hey.
Awesome. Yeah, we're very excited too. Anyone watch any good Netflix lately?
No, but I heard that there's a new one called like How to Change Your Mind. It's got Paul Stamets in it.
Oh.
Or it's like him, and I haven't seen it yet, but it looks good.
Sounds like it's worth checking out.
Welcome, Oscar. Welcome, Contessa.
Welcome. Glad to be here.
So nice to have you all here. Thanks for joining early. Everyone else is trying to figure out how Discord works.
It can be very disconcerting at first. I've mastered Discord, but I don't have Notion worked out yet.
Yeah, that's very okay. We're in this together. I love how everyone complements each other's tooling experience. Hey there.
Are we like Voltron?
Welcome, Alex. Did you say something about Voltron?
We're like Voltron. Y'all remember this was a 1980s American cartoon with like the little tiger robots, and they came together and they were one big tiger robot. And it's a metaphor for like the strength of individuals working together. Probably Captain Planet is better for this purpose.
You're referring to Transformers, yeah. Dr. P.
I thought it was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, though.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I would relate to. Or Ninja Turtles.
We're going deep, man. We're going to Ninja Turtles.
Yay, so many people. That's great. I think we can wait a few more minutes before we start.
Yeah, let's wait a couple more minutes, Pedro.
On my screen, I'm seeing this dynamic where like Jugad and...
How do you get the blur to work on Discord, Darren?
I don't know.
I thought it was only a Zoom thing.
Oh, wait. Next week, I'm going to bring my octopus avatar.
Okay, guys. Tillman might need a little bit of help.
Okay.
He's just sent me a DM. I'll just help him quickly.
Yeah. I noticed just now that I think Mike and I are dressed alike. We're both wearing green shirts. Is that true? And then...
Yeah, I got a gray shirt on. I'm trying.
Oh, great!
I got my lighting is as powerful I guess maybe turn it off and change. Yeah.
Very good. And then, Sean and I are dressed alike. Look at that.
Pedro, what roles
Yeah,
do I
right,
need to give to Tillman?
Weren't we all supposed to
Pedro?
be green today?
There you go, man. ReFi green.
Pedro, what roles does Tillman
Dr.
need to
Kip's
see
got the
this
green
channel?
cup.
It's learner, and I just gave him.
Oh, cool.
He should be good
Okay.
to join us.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Pedro, we have a lot of people here now, so
This is wicked, man.
whenever you're ready, I think we're ready. If all hearts are clear.
Sounds great. Let's wait for the last person to join, who you got mentioned, and I think we're good to go. So excited. We're finally doing it, folks.
This is great.
Oh, the iPad's crooked.
Okay, awesome. He's there.
Nice to see you, Allison.
Let's go. And we'll just plug it in. And
All right, let's do it. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It's great being with you here. I'm Pedro. I will be your mentor, but also I'm the program manager of the bootcamp. Like I've already introduced myself in the intro channel. Just count on me for anything you need, and I will be guiding us in this kickoff presentation. So here we are in Long-Tail Financial ReFi Bootcamp, this learning journey in this beautiful regenerative finance movement. Today we will take a quick look at who is the team, who are the folks behind this bootcamp. You'll learn more about the Long-Tail Financial as an organization. We will have a quick exercise for you to get to know each other better, or at least start to. Finally, we will go over all major aspects of the bootcamp. And finally, for the last minutes, we will be open for discussions, for open questions. Sounds good? So, as a team, I like to offer the LTF raccoons to quickly introduce themselves, but you can count on them as both mentors and builders of this bootcamp. But most importantly, we are all here to learn together, right? And besides the LTF, besides mentors and builders, expect a lineup of speakers from all over the ReFi ecosystem. And finally, as most of you have already checked out, you can learn more about us in the Introductors channel. So we're jumping out to Sean about Long-Tail.
Mr. Anderson.
Are you there, Sean?
Sean is in the zone, focused.
This is the
You're
LTF
muted.
way, man. This is the LTF way. This is how it goes.
Yeah, everyone. I think my internet cut out for a second, right when it was my part.
Damn Rogers, Sean. It's
Yeah,
Rogers.
the whole network's down across
The
Canada.
whole
It's
country
crazy.
in Canada's down now.
Yeah, pretty wild. Okay, sounds like I'm back online. I hope y'all can hear me, and I think this is my part here, so I'll jump in. Okay, so a little bit of introduction. What the heck is Long-Tail Financial? So Long-Tail Financial is a massive experiment in human coordination. So what we're doing is we're investigating vehicles, structures of coordination and shared resources. What we've done is we've created a company, a startup company based out of Canada. At the same time, we're building a decentralized, permissionless, DAO that is evolving organically. Anyone can join, anyone can initialize projects or initiatives and move ideas forward. So we exist today in this connected, globalized world where we can reach anyone in the world over Twitter. We can use Discord. We're all connected on Facebook. All of these platforms of connection. So Longtail Financial is an investigation in how we can use traditional structures like companies and bank accounts, and also modern, new emerging structures like blockchain networks and things like multi-sig vaults that is essentially like a corporate bank account on chain that is permissionless and decentralized. So we're putting all these ideas together to create an environment of rapid iteration and rapid experimentation. And that is a very open-ended ecosystem. We like to say in Longtail Financial, instead of trying to make progress, focus on creating playgrounds. So the more spaces that we can create that are inviting to bright minds and give freedom and safety for full expression and collaboration and shared language and co-development and maybe aligning around some shared values and shared principles, we think this is the path to enable human potential over these connected platforms for people to come together, share what they know, and build together towards a brighter future. So to bring that into form, what we've done in a specific way is we have created a business model where we are growing a team of token engineers. Now, this concept of token engineering is the newest field of engineering, the newest subfield of engineering. And it's been being documented over the past roughly 5 years. There's some seminal work by some scientists. It's worth pointing out Dr. Michael Zargam is the founder of Block Science, and Block Science is a great publishing agency. They put out a lot of literature on this concept of token engineering. And then there's also Dr. Trent McConaughey, who's the founder of Ocean Protocol, and he's been writing about this concept of token engineering since about 2017 as well. And then there's the Token Engineering Academy, which is a sort of emerging, decentralized academic institution that a lot of our team members at LTF have had the honor of co-facilitating research groups and study groups and these kinds of things around token technology, DAO technology, mechanism design, and blockchain protocol design. We've had the honor of co-facilitating research groups with the Token Engineering Academy, and that's given us a boost into bringing the academic context and delivering it in industry. So we are an industrial-focused token engineering services firm that is operating as both a business and a decentralized entity simultaneously. And that's been the journey. So it's been about 18 months of us, our team at Longtail. There's roughly about 20 members who are involved in day-to-day operations. And we're collectively trying to grow this business as a sort of holographic organization. So I wouldn't exactly say it's non-hierarchical. We do implement hierarchies because they can be efficient in moving things forward. But we do like to say that the organization is holographic, in which case, kind of another word for transparency, where everyone across the team has access to all the information that's unfolding in the company. You know, what projects are we taking on? What is our work process? How are we doing budgeting and accounting? How are we doing recruitment processes? Every layer of the organization is accessible by every member. So in this sense, we say it's like a holographic information. Now, there's kind of two poles. There is, let's all work together and create a business and make a livelihood. Let's make money together. Then the other pole is, let's do good for the world. And this is what brought a lot of us into this space originally. And what you're here today for, the ReFi Bootcamp, is now that side, sort of the left side of our brain, or the right side of our brain, whatever it is, coming into form, and we're saying, let's solve a few problems at once. Number one is introduce this concept of token engineering to the world, because we want to be recruiting for our business and growing the field, but it's so new, so nascent, that there's not much education out there, and especially on the industrial and practical side, we've been really pioneering and making a lot of discoveries as we go, and we want to share those with the world to help to increase the talent out there of people who are aware of this concept and practicing this concept of token engineering. And we thought, what better way to do this than to label, paint the whole thing with regenerative finance and say, hey, let's build a beacon that's going to attract people in, where we can all be in a co-development, co-learning environment where we can share what we know, share our backgrounds, but then also work together in moving forward this whole industry of token engineering.
I think that's it. It was an amazing introduction. So not only about LTF, but our vision, our shared vision. That's why I'm so excited to be here, and then about how this is only getting started. All right. So now we're jumping to Dr. Octopus.
Hello, everyone. I'm Octopus. I've been with LTF for about a year. I've held 3 different job titles before we found the one that worked. The one that works that I like is Wizard, so I'm going to tell you that's what I do at LTF. We created an exercise partially based on my experience as someone coming into Web3 as not necessarily high internet or high Web3 proficiency, but this LTF exercise is intended to highlight several of our core values and practices. And the first thing is we want to get good at coordinating on Discord. Now, if this is totally new to you, that this is intended to be like really low pressure. But the question is, there are 4 breakout channels in our Discord right now that are labeled under general. So there is Voice 1, Voice 2, and Voice 3. And then there's the one we have right now, which is Seminar, which is 4 rooms. Seminar, Voice 1, 2, and 3. And the question is, can we organize ourselves so that now there's Voice 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for those rooms, Voice 1, 2, 3, and 4, the question is, can we play hot potato, where we organize ourselves so that we have roughly equal numbers in each room, which would be about 4 people per room. And then the second thing is, once you are in your room, that tells you the people that you're sort of potted with for a moment. What we'd like you to do is just like a quick human check-in of saying hi to everyone. There won't be much time for a long conversation, but just to see other people and hear their voices. And then after you've done that for a moment, you feel a moment of connection. The final thing we want you to do is go to the introductions thread and ask one of the people who's currently in your room a question related to their introduction. So it could be something about their personal experience, or it could be something about their subject matter expertise. So to recap, 3 things. When we say go, we want to, in a spontaneous, decentralized way, coordinate so that we're in different rooms with different people, do a quick check-in, and then respond to someone's introduction thread with a question that might move them forward. Are there any questions about anything I just said? That always scares me. Is it clear? Can you give me a thumbs up if you feel good about the instructions? Okay, cool. So I believe in y'all. I believe in us. Let's see if we can get in equally partitioned rooms and do quick discussion and then continue it in the introductions thread. Good luck.
I see some of you in the main seminars channel. Please feel free to jump to Voice One channel.
I have friends.
Hi, Allison. Hi, Metafarmer. I like your name.
Hi, Darren. Yeah. It's a great graphic, too.
And DD07.
And farm and can you hear?
Hi. Hello.
Hey.
Where are Yes.
Allison?
I'm Allison. Can you hear me okay?
It was a
Yeah.
little bit choppy, but you're good.
Okay. I am currently on Lamu Island, a low freshwater resort. It has some food and challenges off of the coast of Kenya, and enjoying my time here, and to a year of centering economics education around original principles and principles that bring us towards peace and regeneration. So that's me.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, sorry about that. I had water damage on my laptop using someone else's computer, and the mic permissions aren't working.
Metafarm, I think you have muted yourself. Your voice is not.
Can you hear me?
Metafarmer keeps. Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you introduce yourself, Metafarmer, and then we'll
Can
go
you hear
around.
me all right?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I was just saying I had water damage on my laptop, and someone else's laptop had mic permission problems, so now I'm back on my phone. But I'm Jimmo. I am working on Sylvie, a tree stewardship protocol, basically looking to collateralize tree futures while gamifying tree stewardship, thinking about trees in terms of a life cycle for the tree asset class, and making compensation or performance-based for tree planting and tree interventions and tree verifications. My background is from agriculture, actually from Mozambique, living in Florida now, and excited about Kenya, Allison, because one of our biggest projects is connecting Kenya's last rainforest, Kakamega, with over 100 schools. We're 11 schools in the process, and putting nurseries in each school at a capacity of 10 to 15,000 saplings per nursery. Great to be here. I literally just logged in. I had trouble signing in.
Hello, friends.
So glad.
Sorry. We'll give you like another minute to, I know we just met, but we'll give you like another minute, and then if you would drop a question in someone's introduction, and someone from this room that you just met drop a question in their introduction, so you get a chance to connect a bit more. But man, I feel really bad for interrupting. How are y'all doing?
Doing good,
1 minute.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
DD07, do you want to intro?
Yeah, my name is Dharmik Dolaria, and basically I'm a MAN developer. And I'm currently pursuing my master's in computer science from University of Regina.
Amazing. Nice to meet
Thank
you. And my name is Darren, and I'm one of the mentors. So, yeah, please reach out if you ever have any questions or just want to chat. And yeah, I've been involved with Longtail. I've also got a project working on conserving old growth forests. And yeah, just really excited to be here on this learning journey with you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's go drop our intros, and looking forward to connecting individually with each of you.
Yeah,
Cheers,
see you
cheers.
back in the main channel.
Metaformer. I just want to say the team that I asked to come back totally won the race on getting back.
Yeah, I see it now.
While we wait a minute, Metaformer, you have a beautiful backdrop.
Oh my god, yes.
I hate to ask, are those your trees or?
In Tennessee, just wrapped up a festival event where we've been doing a lot of tree planting, but it is a real background.
Where in Tennessee?
We were coming from Jamestown. I think this is Gainsboro, Tennessee, where I am right now.
So right now I'm about 2 hours east of Knoxville. That's where I live.
Okay. Okay, so Jamestown is not too far away from you.
Yeah, we could potentially meet up in person if you're going to stay in East Tennessee. But
I'm actually traveling the opposite direction. I'm on this side of Mexico. So we did a lot of tree planting at a conscious retreat and festival up in Jamestown.
Well, I won't chase you. I'm not going to head west after
I'll be back. I'll be back in a month. Perhaps we can meet then.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, everyone. The next thing we're going to do is just go over some more structure of the boot camp, but we do have a policy that no raccoon will be left behind. We call ourselves raccoons. They're animals that we kind of fell in love with. We loved their survivalist mentality as a startup of like doing whatever you have to do to eat on a given day. But then as we learned more about them, it turns out they're really amazing animals. Like they have their sense of touch is incredible, and that kind of matched our self-perception of ourselves as like feeling our way along the ground where we might not have the longest term vision, but we see what the next step is all the time. So raccoons are our spirit animal, and that's why we call ourselves that sometimes. And I think Pedro is back, so I will throw back to Pedro, who is prepared to lead us through more information about the boot camp.
Okay, I think everyone is back. I think we're up to a great start. Honestly, I am humbled to be among all of you learners. You have amazing backgrounds. It's great to start hearing your stories. But moving forward, this is where we take a deeper dive into the bootcamp's structure. We're starting with an overview and then the curriculum for the entire bootcamp. A quick look again at the mentors, key features. We're gonna start understanding how we structure the bootcamp using the soil framework. No spoilers. And then we will take a closer look into the first week activities and assignments. So, as most of you know, this first iteration, this pilot cohort of the bootcamp, will have a 8 weeks duration. We will we are offering limited seats for both fully enrolled participants, but also for auditors. So next week and for every week, we will have guests, we will have speakers, we will have several special participants joining us. And as you've started to learn more about us, mentors and LTF members, we're all part of the industry, part of the ReFi movement, part of the token engineering community. We have, like I was saying, I am humbled to be among you, and in a way, we are aiming at offering you subsidies. We're aiming at offering you a learn-to-earn experience, and we plan on doing that by both um, giving you financial compensation to some of you at the end of the bootcamp, but also by offering some of the instructions, some of the assignments aligned with bounties out there in the Web3 ecosystem. We will talk about more. We will talk about that later. It's also important to mention again how this is a revolving cohort. So this is only the first. This is only the pilot edition. There will be many more. We're planning on developing, on hosting different bootcamps with different themes and different speakers, mentors, capstone projects. It is always going to be online and open source. This is a key aspect of this program. And finally, we have the 5 student streams. Just when you join, you can see the Choose Roles channel. And there you see area asking which best describes you. And you see software developer, data scientist, community builder, scientific writer, mathematician, and a bonus one, the archivist. So basically our intention here is to offer on top of the baseline core experience some side quests, some special assignments aligned with your backgrounds, aligned with your experience. Sounds good? Now for overview of the curriculum, we're starting week 1 with an introduction to ReFi and DeFi. Next week is going to be about the DeFi Lego blocks, the building blocks of this movement. And then we move to weeks 3 and 4 about how ReFi can use those DeFi primitives. And after closing the first half of the bootcamp, we go into more practical aspects, starting with modeling and simulation, then moving to case studies, some of the amazing projects that are out there, and some of you may be already involved. Finally, we go to weeks 7 and 8 on a capstone project. So case studies are about aligning what we're learning to real-world cases. The capstone project is about making an impact on one of those real-world projects. Okay, so mentors, most of us are already here. We will have lots of opportunities to connect, to learn more about each other. We just went over Andrew, our wizard, Sean, myself. We also have Darren and Mike here with us. We also have Jugad, that this bootcamp wouldn't happen without him. Also, it's important to stress that there are more mentors, there are more speakers, and there are more builders out there. This is just an introduction. All right. So taking a closer look to the key features of the bootcamp, I've already briefly mentioned Learn to Earn, how this is a iterative program, and how we're here to both learn from experience and learn through practice. So the Learn to Earn program is a core intention of the bootcamp. At this moment, during the pilot program, the amount available, the distribution parameters, and the bounties, as I also mentioned, are a work in progress, not only from our side, but because we want your voice, we want you to be part of the governance of this distribution of this aspect of the bootcamp. So expect open office discussions about it. Expect maybe some voting, some structured proposing on how to lock in the specifics of this program. And the same level of participation is something you are strongly invited for the curriculum building. So even though we have this team of great mentors in the industry preparing great learning experiences, this isn't a monologue. This is a learning experience for all of us, and you can have a say on what you would like to learn more, on which type of activity is more interesting. If you have ideas, for example, we are aiming at offering different types of poems, not only for attendance at the end of the bootcamp. But anyway, you can see that there's a pattern of the key features of the bootcamp that is co-participation. We are here to learn and to build this bootcamp together. We're going back to Dr. Octopus about the soil framework.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to tell you what I tell my students, which is feel free to ignore me. If you want to engage in discussion in the introduction threads, it's totally okay. What I say is, of course, I hope informative, but if you want to take a break and do something else, it won't hurt my feelings. We came upon this framework for the structure of the bootcamp, which we call SOIL, because it fits the regenerative framework. So 25% of the activity will be seminars, 25% will be labs, 25% will be instructions, and 25% will be office hours. And office hours are going to be the most informal level of this, where essentially mentors just announce that they'll be available for a certain period of time, and anyone who wants to can come in and learn what they're interested in sharing, or perhaps ask questions about things that have already been shared. A lot of times these could have a theme. I'm personally hoping to do one with Sean about video at some point in the upcoming weeks. Labs are what you might expect, more practice-oriented, where we're doing activities that are things that are supposed to be hands-on, and you should leave, hopefully, with a feeling that you've experienced something. Instructions are things that are provided outside of the live sessions, where like reading materials, or they could be in person with more like a lecture feel. Pedro, is what we're doing right now a seminar?
You could say that. It's a kickoff seminar, sure.
Okay, so this was what I envisioned, I think, for the seminar format, with a particular focus. And I feel also that in future seminars, as we get to know each other better, we're likely to have more open engagement with more participants. But those are the 4 types of things we'll be doing. Did I leave out anything important, you think?
Nope, sounds good. I think only one thing I love reiterating is how we're building these together, right? So we have flexibility inside the activities we will be proposing, but also flexibility for new activities inside this framework. And all right, moving forward, taking a closer look at our first week together. So we have scheduled 2 seminars, 2 office hours. For instructions, we will take a closer look on the next slide. And we will actually be starting the week with a lab activity. So the week starts Monday, 11 p.m. UTC, with Darren and I on a collective envisioning. This hands-on encounter will be about envisioning the bootcamp itself. So even so, we're introducing our vision, our intention, our planning about the bootcamp right now. We would like to come with you. We would like to join together Monday and listen and have a conversation about what you have to bring, so we can align expectations, so we can really practice what we're describing here of building and learning together. Every event will be published, will be shared as Discord event and as Google Calendar event. If you have any issues with schedule, please let us know later. We try to account for everyone's time zone. This first week scheduling will be an experiment for all of us. Finally, about assignments. So every Friday we will share assignments, instructions for the following week, and preferably you will submit it by Thursday of that following week, so we can discuss it during the week, but also keep a rhythm. For this one, we ask you to read the 2 must-read resources we will post today in the week 1 channel. We will be posting several links, several reasonable reading lists, but only 2 are must-read. And we ask you to pick 3 keywords and add them to our collaborative glossary that will be posted in the Submit Work channel. Finally, we will also be sharing a form for you to fill out, and results will be shared as a sort of a teamwork manual. So the second assignment is about helping each other understand how to best work together. And a side quest, a suggestion, is that you coordinate reading groups to go over the must-read materials. Any questions?
I have a question. What are you planning to do, and what does a collective envisioning session look like?
I think Darren's the best person to answer that.
Yeah, so we just wanted to start off by setting the tone, and finding a collective shared group identity and try to look for commonalities and complementarities and vision for just why we're here, and what is our purpose, what are our goals, what are our guiding questions to guide us on this learning journey together. So one idea, for example, is to do like a collective visioning exercise where it's kind of a guided like meditation almost, where we kind of envision the future that we want to bring about.
Did that answer the question, Octopus?
Yes, very much. I learned, I didn't know about design fiction, for instance, before I met you. So I was curious if there were going to be things, like just different techniques and things that I might get a chance to learn.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, hello. This is Letty here. I have a question regarding this collective design. Is going to be related to the roles we are choosing as members of this bootcamp, or is collective, as we as a group are going to do the meditations?
I think the answer is yes. So kind of both. But again, Darren is leading that exercise. What do you think, Darren?
Yeah, I would say both.
Cool, thanks.
Just a small question. Are these slides posted?
Great question. They will. So as I mentioned for assignments, we will post the reading list in the week 1 channel. We will share a channel for submitting work, and the slides should also be shared there. By the way, every live activity will be recorded, and we will share the recordings. So don't worry if you miss one. Just make sure to watch some of the recordings, and you should be good.
That brings us to one more point that I wanted to ask about, which doesn't have to be decided today, but I just wanted to make the learners aware of it, which is part of this is intended to be a public good, which is we want to share our learnings and our experiences with the outside world. So we don't want it to just be locked into this Discord. And we'd really like to think about what are ways to do that people would feel comfortable with. So there may be times where you say something that is really profound, and we'd like to share it with the outside world through our LTF Twitter, or maybe like I would love to post Sean's video introduction about what LTF is. But we want to do this in a way that you feel comfortable with. So this is sort of opening the door to a discussion about just, we may ask you at times if we can share things you said, or either in video or text form, and just to make you aware of that. And if there's other ideas you have about ways that we could share, we'd love to discuss them, because we want this to be a psychologically safe place where you feel you can say whatever you need to, but then there are going to be things that are definite. There are going to be ideas we generate that definitely we want to make sure that people know about. So that's just something, that's not a question that has to be resolved at this moment. But I guess the question is for each of us individually to think about how we will make this a public good by sharing it with other people, sharing our learnings with other people. So I think we can leave that as an open question for now, but it's something to think about as we leave and continue. Another principle we have at LTF is we want to be relaxed and efficient without rushing. So recently we moved from the default setting of our meetings being 1 hour to my personal default setting is now 10 minutes. And if we need to go longer, we can. But so if all hearts are clear, Pedro, is there anything else that's important, or could we
Dr.
dismiss
you're being
early?
conservative, friend. You know that you are trying to master the 3 to 5 minute meeting.
Well, that's true, but I'm using 10 minutes as a step.
I know we're going to start there, but fun fact for the group: Sean listens to things at 4 times the speed of normal humans. So.
However, he's patient with me when I don't know how to do GitHub and have to do it in the GUI instead of the command line. So just because we're fast sometimes, don't confuse that. It's not. We're not impatient. We just don't want to fall into these cultural norms where we think things have to take a certain amount of time. So I think probably the best thing to do would be to thank you and to say we'd really like to continue this discussion on the Discord. If you want to stick around and talk more, we'd be happy to see you. But I mean, Pedro, do you feel comfortable about calling this a successful first meeting of our bootcamp?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. I'm going to throw it back to Pedro to dismiss us officially.
Thank you, Dr. Octopus.
Pedro, just one more.
Go ahead.
One more little thing. I think my internet's a little choppy, so sorry if this doesn't quite come through. But it's just a reminder. I know I didn't get to post in the introductions to reply to someone from my group because we were caught up in some really interesting conversations. So just a reminder to try to complete that little exercise. I think it'll be good to see the pop-ups of the replies on people's introductions and get some conversation flowing that way.
Also, just to add to that, the structure that we're going around with the introductions now is that if you want to reply to an introductions, there's a thread. You'll see it at the bottom of every introduction. And we can all start replying to each other, start having some nice async conversation. And yeah. So each person has their own thread, just to not get lost in the weeds with that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Sean and Jugal, for reminding us. Not only as a simple group dynamic exercise, but as a proposal to keep a rhythm of getting to know each other better. I'm looking forward to diving into your introductions.
Also, a major thank you to Nick, who isn't in the call right here. Nick is a brilliant designer who has created this whole server, and she's made so many contributions to this whole program. She's really interesting. She had one terms of condition when she joined the team. She said she didn't ever want to attend a meeting. No meetings. She doesn't want to join. So you'll see her in the background. She's all over the Discord server. She reads everything. She's really cool. She builds awesome stuff, and she never attends a meeting. So it's the kind of creative room we have here out Longtail. So yeah, shout out to Nick. Thank you, Nick.
Hat tip. Heavy hat tip to Nick.
Big shout out to Nick, man, and Monster.
Yes, I second that, and I would say I'm super happy because I have attended super brief meetings with her, but I see it's not the norm, so I feel happy with this.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, everyone. Let's continue this asynchronously. It feels like a great start. Looking forward to, again, sharing reading lists, sharing the rest of the assignments, and continuing discussing all over the server. Let's grow.
Just to add to that, my personal recommendation for every learner here would be just to, if you find free time and if you feel like that's the time that you need to use to learn, just spend as much time on this Discord server as you can. This Discord server, like everyone said, Nick spent a lot of time, Darren spent a lot of time, we've all kind of spent a lot of time kind of building this through, and I assure you that everything is on there. And if you need any help kind of going through any information, feel free to reach out to us. But this is going to be sort of our headquarters for everything that we're trying to do here. So all information will be there. Just kind of
24/7, all
yes.
time zones were covered.
Yes,
we got it
absolutely.
covered. One of us is here to get back to you on something. So don't worry, we got you covered by all time zones.
Yeah, and all information's also already there. So feel free to kind of just keep reading, and that's how you'll be able to get the most out of this.
All right.
We need to get a gavel, so we can know that we're officially done, and when the post meeting chatter has ended.
Yeah.
Shoot a rocket into the air.
I'm gonna smack my. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that the kickoff is officially over. Feel free to stick around. Feel free to move on with your day. Have a good day. Have a good morning. It's always morning somewhere.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see everybody on Monday.
Thank you, Alex.
Have a good weekend.
Bye all. Ciao. Thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. See you on Monday.
Yay.
Thank you, everyone. See you. Ciao, ciao.
Fabulous. Thank you.
You talk soon.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Thanks, Tim.
Yay. I just realized I kind of interrupted Octopus and ended the call before I could speak. But I think we're done, right? I
What's
think we're
52
great.
minutes?